Hello Kanna. One of the most common questions that is asked to me by the CA students, especially when the CA exams are about 2 months away, is that, sir, whether I should write single group or both groups in the upcoming examinations. Let me tell you, Kanna, that this decision to write one group or both groups in September 2025 is going to make or break your attempt. Hence, in this video, I will help you to practically analyze and take a decision whether to write single group or both groups, and this video is applicable to the students who are writing for the first time in September 2025 also, and also for the students who have already written in May, they were not successful in May and they are going to write in September. So it is applicable for all of you. Before diving deep into the video, I want to tell you something. I am creating multiple videos for all of you in this particular channel to help you to prepare and score well in your CA examinations. That is why my request to you is to support me by liking this video. Let us have a like target of 20 likes for this video. Please comment and even share this video with your friends so that everyone can take benefit and it is a win-win situation. Now let us start our discussion. CA Inter students as well as CA Final students who are going to write in September 2025, whether you should write single group or both groups, let us discuss. Firstly, sir, what is the advantage if I write both groups? Why should I work this much hard at a stretch to write both groups together? Advantage number one, and the biggest advantage, is carry forward of marks between the groups. So for example, you might all be knowing if you are writing group 1 as well as group 2. Let's say you have passed in all the subjects of both the groups, that is 40% or more marks in all the papers. And in group 1 you scored 140, but in group 2 you scored 160. In such case the aggregate is 300. So even though you did not get the aggregate in group 1, but overall you got the aggregate of 50%, still you will be considered as successful in both the groups combined. So this is the biggest advantage. The second advantage is that if you clear both groups of inter together, you can start articleship early and your final attempt also is going to come earlier. If you are writing CA final and if you are completing both the groups, then you can start your career earlier. And then lastly, there is no mental drain for a long period of time. So it is a question of whether you should put 4 months of extreme hard work or 8 months of moderate hard work. So if 4 months you are going to put extreme hard work, then high chances that you will get relief before itself. So this 8-month hard work you need not do. So that becomes a choice which you have to make. Now let's see the factors that you should not consider while making the decision of writing single group versus both groups. First one is that friend has decided to go for one group or friend has decided to go for both groups, and I feel that I am also similar to my friend. That is why even I should go for one group or both groups. This is the most foolish decision, Kanna, and this decision is only made by most of the students, unfortunately. That is why analyze yourself by what is your position and what is your circumstance, what is your learning capacity. Don't look at what your friend is doing. Next, overestimation of capacity. Sometimes what happens is we have the capacity to study and write only for one group, but we overestimate ourselves and feel that somehow we will be able to magically push ourselves to write both the groups. That is totally wrong. You know what is your studying capacity. Based on that, practically you take a decision. Lastly, you want to satisfy your parents or satisfy your faculty, satisfy your friends or satisfy anybody else, maybe your seniors. They have told you that please write both groups. Your parents have told you that please write both groups and clear. In that case also, don't consider their opinion. You know what your position is. Nobody is going to tell you or nobody can judge you by what your situation is. Even I can't judge you. You only know what is your situation. That is why don't listen to others. You analyze your position and accordingly make a decision. Now let us see what are the factors or conditions that you should satisfy to write both the groups. So today is the first week of July, correct? So after the first week of July, there are about 55 days left for your September examinations, or if you are watching the video late, you can calculate the number of days. Now see whether you have completed the base study of all the subjects. Base study means what? You have either completed the coaching and your notes are ready for preparation. In such case, you can go for both groups because you have 50 days. In the 50 days, you are not going to study subject fresh. You are going to revise what you have already studied. Hence, it is going to take lesser amount of time. So, you can go for both groups. Next, you don't have any commitments like college or office where you are spending a lot of time. If at all you are going to college or office and if your preparation is still not on track, then you might take a decision to write only a single group for the time being, complete that group and then go for the next group in the next attempt. Next, even if can't pass the second group, scope to score exemption in one or more papers. Let me give you an example. Say you are writing group 1, you are not having time to prepare for both groups completely, that you also know. However, let's say in group 2 there are 3 papers, correct? What are the 3 papers? Costing, then one is audit and then another is FMSM. Let's say you are very strong at costing. Even though you are not having time to prepare for group 2, still you feel that you are strong at costing. In such case, you can take a decision that you are going to register for both groups, write a single group completely such that you pass the group 1, and while writing the second group, you write costing paper and aim for having 60 or more marks in the costing paper and just give attendance in audit paper and FMSM paper so that you can aim for getting an exemption so that next time you have to write only audit paper and FMSM paper. And who knows, if you are going just for attendance purpose but you are having some knowledge or some idea about the paper, and if the paper is easy, maybe you will be able to score 40-40 in both these papers and maybe clear the entire group. Miracles also do happen. It has happened in my life also more than one time. That is why I am telling. Okay. Next, sir, let us talk about the students who have already written your examinations in May 2025 and you were not successful. That is why you are going to write in September 2025. Sir, I wrote one group in May 2025. I was unsuccessful, but I was unsuccessful only by a small margin, and before results had come, I have prepared for my group 2. In such case, you can go for both groups karna. That is, before results, you have at least done 70 to 80% preparation of group 2, and now you have not cleared group 1, but you have not cleared group 1 only by a small margin, so you need only a little more effort to clear the line. And group 2 also you can prepare because you have already prepared majority of the portion. In such case, go for both groups. Then, sir, I wrote both groups in May, but I was unsuccessful by a small margin in both groups. You wrote both groups, but in both the groups, unfortunately, you might be scoring pass marks in all the subject or near pass mark in all the subjects and not able to score the aggregate percentage. In such case, I will tell write both groups once again. Okay. However, if you have scored very less marks, let's say out of 300 in a particular group, your total itself was less than 100. Your total itself was less than 100. In such case, I will advise you to write only single group. Don't write both groups because you feel you need time. There are only 2 months left, less than 2 months time left for your examinations. Hence, it is very important that you focus on a single group, clear it first, then go for the next group. Sir, I have scored one or more exemptions in the May exam or before examinations and I need to write only lesser number of subjects. That is why I feel that I can write both groups in September examinations. Well and good karna, you go for both groups. Fine. So, I would just say that if you are writing for the first time, very simple. If your base preparation is complete for both groups, you are only going to do revision, then well and good, go for both groups. If you have already written the examinations, if you are very close to the passing mark but just could not cross the line, then you can take risk of writing both groups. Else, if you have got a very low score, okay, less than 100 or less than 120 out of 300, in such case, I will recommend you focus on only one group, clear it first, then go for the next group. Lastly, what are the other factors that you should consider? Number one, personal commitments. Sometimes maybe that you have commitment to travel, you have some work project, it is your wedding, it can be anything. So if you have such commitments, then it is better to write only a single group, finish the commitment, and then maybe in the next attempt you can write the next group. Maybe you have health issues by which you are not able to put long hours of study at a stretch. In such case, don't take pressure karna, focus on your health, be fit during the examinations, write one group after the other. It's only 4 months gap, no problem at all. Then you are having office also, or you are having college also, or work also. Along with that, you are managing your preparation. In such case, time is very less to complete both groups preparation. In such case, you can go for single group if your preparation is not up to the mark. If your preparation is up to the mark, no problem at all. Go for both groups. Who has refused you? Lastly, I would like to say that if you are deciding to go for both groups, okay, just so that you can write both groups, don't spoil both the groups. What am I telling? Sir, what mistake most students do? Sir, I am having time to study only for one group, but I am having pressure to write both groups together. In such case, I am not able to give full focus on any subject at all. That is why I am failing in both the groups. Don't make that mistake. If you feel you have time only to prepare for one group, go for one group, go for the second group in the next time. Okay. And lastly, you are the person who is the best to judge yourself. No other person can come and stand in your shoes. That is why analyze your situation and personally take a decision and stick by your decision till the last moment karna. Be fearless and give your 100% for your examinations. Definitely, if you give your 100%, God will definitely try to give you 50%. See you in the next video karna. Till then, take care. Bye bye.